developing 200 weeks nonstop since we got the first dollar. We really came a long way. With that sprint, we had a new release last week, which hopefully you guys are starting to enjoy. The biggest thing for that release was hallway on web. So now all public and branded audio rooms are on web as well. So you can see them there and users can access your conversations through there as well. And we also have recurrent audio rooms. So I'm starting to see the calendar getting full of great conversations, which is super exciting. I did challenge the marketing team to duplicate the amount of recurrent audio rooms we have on Fanbase in September. So if you are not part of the recurring calendar for audio conversations in Fanbase, I encourage you to start one, reach out to the marketing team and let them know so you can be considered for the recurring calendar, which we call the upcoming rooms, okay? With that said, let's jump right into the current sprint, which is 101. We'll review a little bit of what we're working. We're working on a lot of stuff. I always like to focus on those increments and features that are going to be part of the release next week. Okay, so next week we're going to have another version. Before getting started on the features, I want to mention for those that are Android users, and I want to give visibility, we did have some updates that were required by Google that we had to do almost in a rush that might have caused some crashes in some of our Android users. We fixed that. It's in the latest version. So I encourage everyone in Android to make sure you have the latest version if you haven't updated yet. We did push what we call a force update today. So in theory, all of you should have the latest version for Android, but if not, just go to the Google Play Store and update it. So I just wanted to make sure you knew that. I know tech support has been extremely busy because a lot of you reach out with this issue, but the good news is that we were able to fix it right away. We push it and Google play nice with us and allow us to have the fix out and about fairly quickly, okay? So just keep that in mind. Make sure you are always on the latest version. Let's talk a little bit about what's coming up potentially in the next release for Sprint 101. I've said that we are working on revamping the entire profile, okay? The profile is the one place where you showcase your talent, you showcase your content, you showcase what you're about. So we understand that importance, and through these many years of insights and feedback, we're finally at the place where we are able to revamp the profile that is going to bring a lot of new features to you, not just a nicer look and feel, but also features that will allow you to manage content and also bring other elements. I'm going to mention some of the things that profile, what we call the profile 2.0 is going to bring. And then I'll mention exactly what the release is going to bring for that. So obviously it's going to have a new look and feel. You are going to be able to feature camps inside your profile as well. Camps is a great way to build community, and we want that to be at the forefront of your profile as well. So that's going to be part of the profile 2.0. We are going to be bringing tools such as being able to pin content, archive content, and so on. And as important, we're also going to start allowing to have multi-profiles specifically for business. We're going to start bringing the concept of business profiles. We recognize we have a lot of entrepreneurs in Fanbase, a lot of small and medium businesses as well. So by enabling business profiles, we're also starting a new roadmap of features and tools that we're going to be bringing for businesses inside Fanbase, okay? So Profile 2.0 is super exciting. It is a roadmap indeed. We are going to start by releasing the new look and feel, and then we're going to start building all these features and beyond that I just mentioned, sprint after sprint, so release after sprint, okay? We're also going to be launching a new partners site. Partnership is a big part of Fanbase. We are constantly building partnerships with organizations, for-profit, non-profit, um, partnerships with creators as well, and creators aggregators. So there's a lot of value that we believe Fanbase can give to partners, to brands. So we are launching a new partners section in our main website that will provide a lot of information and a more direct way for you to reach out to the partnership team and for us to start having conversations. So don't be surprised if in the future you start seeing more and more partnerships and Fanbase. We're really all honing into that, and this partnership website will allow us to represent that path as well. Okay. We're going to be doing a lot of algorithm work for this release as well. So you are going to be able to see improvements in the algorithm as well. I know that recently you start seeing the recommended flicks showing up on your feeds. We're going to go beyond flicks. We're going to go eventually into traditional media posting such as images and videos, but we're also going to be tweaking and bringing better recommended to you. Okay, so while the algorithm works is something that we do every sprint, this time I want to mention it because in the next release you should see a significant improvement to that experience as well. What does that mean to you? It means that you are going to have greater visibility to your content and also greater visibility to the content that you want to actually see. Okay, as we're going towards an environment, a community that is interest-based. We're going to be continuing improving the algorithm and obviously receiving the feedback from you and pouring that into the logic of the algorithm as well. Okay. Then there's going to be some transparent work that we do every sprint, bug fixing and so on. But those are the key features and improvements that we're going to be bringing next week for the release. Now, this is not the only thing that we work on because we're also working on things that are going to come on other sprints, on other releases. Okay, so let's quickly review that, and then I'll take a little break and we'll see if anyone has any questions or any comments. I did mention Profile 2.0. We're going to continue working on that roadmap. It's not that we're going to stop and then finish that later on. We're going to continue. We're going to be bringing some of those tools in the next releases. We are also working on bringing more insights into the audio rooms. You will be able to see a historical viewers count on your audio rooms. A lot of times you may have 100, 200 users at a given time in your audio room, but throughout the lifespan of the audio, you might have thousands. It happened to a lot of audio rooms. So we're going to be giving that information to you so you can also understand how well your audio room is doing. And we'll continue bringing some of those insights as well, okay? So that's being worked on right now. That's going to be super important because we're also working on a very special feature for audio rooms that I think you guys are going to enjoy a lot. The team started this week on it, and we're hoping by beginning of October you'll be able to enjoy that new feature. And I think it's going to be big for the audio community at Fanbase. We're continuing with camps improvements. Last week we brought being able to search for users within camps. Now we're working on being able to share a camp, being able to search for camps based on interest. So that's being worked on as well. And last but not least, we are working on releasing a pilot reward program. I know a lot of you have been asking about the ambassador program, which is a program that we're going to be handling separately. That's coming as well. In fact, those that apply will get an email between Friday and Monday, and we're going to get that started. But we're also going to be piloting a reward program because we want to reward you for taking specific actions that helps you, and by helping you will help Fanbase as well. Okay, so as always, a lot of things going on in a given sprint here in Fanbase. Some of those will make the cut for the release next week. Some make everything is going to work very hard. Exciting, as well. The current development cycle and see if you guys have any questions. I'm going to go into a chat room and then I might bring some of you to the stage as well. In an attempt to improve their algorithm and their self-benefit, they might start banning competitors or shadow banning competitors' URLs. So I'm not saying that's the case, but I will definitely check on that. Yeah, so Kira, I'm assuming you're talking about Android. Now it makes sense what you were asking. So yes, so I did mention that when we went with the last release, we identify a crash when creating content for Android. We fixed that right away. But the problem when we fixed that right away is that we didn't use what we call the force update. We didn't force every Android user to update it. So we were still having a lot of Android users with the release that had that crash. So what we did this morning is we did apply the force update, but something went wrong. I don't want to get too technical there, but something went wrong in that force update that for 2 hours, some of the users couldn't update. And again, I'm talking about Android only, couldn't update the app. Okay, that's gone. So you should be able to update to the latest version. So we did have some hiccups on the Android side. And again, it's not the rule, it's an exception. But every time things like this happen, we get together with leadership and we're like, okay, what happened happened. There's nothing we can do about it. What can we do to avoid it in the future? So we're putting some better practices to make sure that not only the crash doesn't happen again, but also when we do the force update, it's not affecting users for a period of time. So I apologize for that, but hopefully you guys are good now. But if not, let me know and we'll continue investigating. All right. Yeah, I've seen some of you uninstalled the app. Yeah, so we should have done the force update from day one when we did the crash, and that was a miss. So usually the force update, you don't need an email or anything. It just basically makes you update it right away. So I apologize for that, guys. Hopefully the tech support team let you guys do that. So what's included with the force update? No, that's just the fix for the crash for Android. That's it. Nothing else. All right, some of you, I like it. Looking forward to the new and improved profile. We are as well. I think not only it's looking great, but I think it's going to enable a lot of things for you guys. Question: is the character count going to be increased for a profile description? You know what? I can't recall, to be honest, because we refined this probably a month ago, and the user story for that is a very large user story. But I'll confirm with the team to see if we've increased that character, because I know that a lot of users have asked if we could do it as well. So, okay, let's see. If you have a branded room, will still pull up if you use the schedule button to start your rooms? Yes. So big scale for branded audio rooms, those that have the branded audio room, and you're also part of the recurring audio room. The key there is that when you create your recurring audio room, you have to tap on schedule. If you don't tap in schedule, it will not map link the recurring audio room with your branded audio room. Okay, so from your side, all you gotta do is just make sure you tap on schedule room in your app when you create the recurring audio room, and that's all. Okay. All right. I'm seeing some of you guys. Again, the issues with the crash and force update is only for Android. Okay, for iOS, we didn't run into that, so just wanted to clarify that. All right. Let me see. Sorry, I'm going through some of the messages. What's up, Isaac? Isaac, let's show up. What? Good room. Yeah, it was a really good room, well. I loved it. Sorry, guys. Just Isaac popped up. Um, let's see. Some of you are excited about the reward program. Yeah, we are. We are as well. We're gonna be piloting that and testing some actions that I think are gonna help you guys and also help Fanbase, and then we'll go from there. Third quarter will be over soon. RTMP drop it. So on the RTMP, we're still refining. I did mention. So when we started refining, we went down a path in RTMP where we were going to bring RTMP just like you have RTMP in other platforms, and we kind of put a pause on that, or we didn't put a pause. We actually reshifted the roadmap so we can truly make it different than the other platforms. Okay, just our nature being a monetized nature, we had to do it differently rather than just allow RTMP and that's it. So we are working. I mentioned we are bringing a big player that is part of a lot of big streamers in Twitch and out there that is helping us refine the functionality. So it might take us longer than we thought, but for good reasons. So that's just not being paused. So we'll just gotta be a little more patient. That's all. All right. Let me see. I can post Fanbase app on X, but not the actual link from the room. Okay, we'll take a look at it. Okay. All right. Let me see. So I'm going. There's a lot going on in the chat room. You guys are active today. Love it. Let me see. I'm loving the new to-do list. It's looking amazing. I'm assuming that's the recording audio room, Queen Mo. I'm not sure I understood that. You should create a manual for these workarounds. Oh, well, there shouldn't be any workarounds. Really, the solution for the Android, again, is just the update. But unfortunately, with the update, we also have the force update. So, all right. Let me see. I'm loving seeing some of you guys doing exclusive audio room. Okay. All right. Man, I missed that audio room. I try to, once in a while I go to fanbase.app/audio to see what's popping up in Fanbase. So I might have missed it. All right. I know some of you guys wanted to come and talk to me. What's up, Ron? How are you?
Hey, what's up, Robin? What's up, everybody? Man, great room coming off the last room, and there's been some great rooms throughout the day. Hey, listen, real quick, question. So for the scheduled room, so we had the first one this morning, but when I opened it and I used the scheduled room button, it didn't tie to the camp. And so I did shake my phone and record it that way, but wanted to let you know. But I didn't know if there was anything behind that or if that was going to be coming. Let's see. Can you hear me? Is it just me, or did we lose Rama, or y'all can't hear me?
Oh, sorry, guys. I muted myself. My mistake.
Oh,
No, I heard you. I heard you, and I appreciate you reporting it. We're doing some adjustments and fixes to the recurrent audio room, so it's perfect timing.
okay,
All
cool.
right.
That's what's up. All right, cool. That's what's up. No, I appreciate it. But other than that, it worked just fine, and I was able to open my room pretty quickly. So
Awesome.
far so good. So man, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's see. I'm assuming I saw Skel wanted to come up, but I'm assuming that was a question on the recurrent audio room. So I think we're good. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the roadmap as we close Q3 and we're going into Q4. We'll continue again working on the roadmap for profile. We think that's a very important one. We'll continue working on the roadmap for algorithms as well. We are working on an improvement. we're starting to work, sorry, on an improvement for new users that I think will be super beneficial, and it has to do with the algorithm. We're going to start tying new experiences to interest. So as a new user, you will be able to share what you're interested on, and based on those interests, we're going to be recommending content from day one. While that seems pretty straightforward, there's a lot of dependencies that we had to take care of before getting to that point, and we're getting to that point, which is exciting. And for those that are wondering what's the future for the algorithm, really my vision is I want to give the power of the algorithm to you guys, meaning you will be the one deciding if what you're seeing and what or how your content is being seen fits your needs and what you're looking for, and you'll be able to reset it and manipulate it in your way. And so all this work that we've been doing, and every time I mention algorithms, goes towards that path. When we say be you without limits, we mean it in every single point. And we also want to be different than other platforms when it comes to the algorithm, because we don't have to tie your content to a piece of ad next to it. And that's exciting because it allows us to give a lot of flexibility when we work on it. So new experiences is going to be improved as well. I think that's going to bring a lot of visibility to the content. That's going to allow quick connections from day one. So don't be surprised if very soon you start seeing not only more views, but also starting getting more followers and more people popping up in conversations as well. Okay. We are continuing also with camps. I mentioned this a while ago, but camps was born as a way to build community inside audio, which is great, but we want to take it outside audio. Now, I did mention we're going to put it on a profile, so we are physically putting it outside audio, but we're also going to be working into allowing other interactions within the camps. Okay, so the concept will remain the same. It's going to be an interest-based community or groups, but then you're going to be able to do a lot more inside camps as well, which I think is going to be great. I'm going through some of the potential Q4. We are focusing a lot on retention and user growth. So we're also going to be improving the sign up. We haven't touched the sign up in a very, very long time. So we are bringing other types of ways to sign up to Fanbase, so we can also make that first experience as quickly and seamless as possible. That will also help with some of the, I know you guys have seen some random or increased bot activity. So some of the increments that we're going to be doing on the sign up is going to help tremendously on that point as well. So for you guys, there's also value in there as well. I'm going through the list. We are definitely going to be bringing more audio increments. I did mention we have a pretty big one coming in October, but we're going to be building on top of that and continue the roadmap of that functionality in audio. And then we are going to hopefully go back into DM. There's a few new things that we want to bring in there in DM that we think will allow you to communicate better and in a more mass way with your followers and even subscribers as well. So that's going to be part of the roadmap. And there's obviously more things, but really it's going to be all around retention, community building, and bringing a few key tool creation features that will allow you to get more creative when you create content or create conversations and then bring more audience. Okay. And of course, the ambassador program, I know it's not a technical thing, but the ambassador program, the idea is to start it as soon as next week, and that's going to be pilot. And then based on that, I'm hoping our ambassador community will grow as well. That will demand probably some new features as well, not only for ambassadors, but for the community. So I think that's it, guys. Really a lot of different roadmaps that we're going to be tackling. But because we are still in the middle of the race. I know we're past the 2 million. We're trying to raise $17 million. Everything can change in the sense that what might be taking a long time, I know I mentioned RTMP, we got to be a little bit more patient, could change any given time. Most of the investment is going to be poured into product development to, obviously speed it up, bring some specific skill set that will allow us to bring some further disruptive features. So even though today I say, it might be until Q4 or end of Q4 until we have that functionality, things can change any given time. We're working really, really hard, not only to grow our user base and grow community and obviously grow revenue, but also working very hard to try to finalize the current race. So, maybe next Thursday when we talk, the roadmap might be expedited and you might see new features coming in. So that's what's exciting about Fanbase. With that said, let's see if you guys have any other comments or questions. Gonna go back there. Let me see. I'm seeing I would like to have trivia and music rooms. Ta-ta. I love that. We used to have a lot of those. We used to have a lot of trivia rooms, but somehow, we need to bring them back. Yeah, love to Joyce for sure. Yeah, music battles, duets. I like that. Let me see. Okay. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are having your own conversation here in the chat room. All right. Ta-ta-ta-ta. Sorry, I'm looking through some things. Music, especially while we're waiting on new people. Yeah, I like the audio rooms that they actually, I know they do it manually, but they put music while they're waiting for people. I might bring that to my Thursday tech talk while we wait for everyone to join. All right. Let me see. So I want to mention something because we have a lot of OG and real loyal users here. So first of all, I want to say thank you. You guys are rock stars. You guys are the reason why we're here. And we also have investors, of course. So that's a quadruple thank you for you. But something that I know it sounds basic, but something that can really move the needle for us as we bring all these features and as we get better from every angle. We know that we still have a lot to work on. Something basic that everyone here can do that can really help drive things for you and for Fanbase is the consistency on creating content. Regardless if you are you're used to just uploading simple images or 1 minute video or Fanbase Plus or create an audio room, just creating content is something super powerful. And then what I encourage always is rather than simply always default to creating content in other social medias and then bring them to Fanbase, create the content in Fanbase and then share it in other social media platforms. I know a lot of you do. I know it might sound basic, but I always want to remind it because I participate on the marketing conversations as well. And one of the objectives for the marketing team is how can we empower more content creation beyond product features and also being able to share, right? And everything starts at home. So it's something that we want to do as well as Fanbase members is create content and then if you're going to put it out there, share it outside and then bring them into Fanbase. That's the best way to bring and grow audience and bring community here. That's why I always call Fanbase, we are like the downstream platform where it's okay, you can post in other places, but where you really make money is in Fanbase. You want them here at the end of that journey. You want them at this home. So just mentioning that for everyone out there. In the meantime, myself and the amazing product team will continue supporting your needs, trying to give you as much information and as many tools to create content or even find the right content that you like. Because a lot of times, people are like, you know what, maybe I'm not a everyday content creator. I'm just a person that likes to consume content, and that's perfectly fine. We call those who love content. And we have a place for those as well, because again, it's a cycle. You need the content creators, and you also need those that support it. But I will say that don't be daunted by the word content creation, because here at Fanbase, every single piece of content, even a comment, a message in the chat room, has true value, and that makes you a content creator. I know that when someone hears content creators, they think about, the guy who like makes these super produced, videos or podcasts, and that's not necessarily the case. Obviously, it's great that you can be one of those, but simply engaging, making comments, participating in audio conversation makes you a creator as well. So just wanted to emphasize that, because I think that's what truly differentiates Fanbase from the rest. You can go to other platforms and look at content and even make comments, but you'll never make a single dime. In here, you can be someone that loves content and supports it, and you can still make money. Okay, so just the non-tech conversation that I wanted to share with everyone, because I've been participating a lot on the marketing conversations. Okay. All right. I love it here. Fanbase is dope. Let me see. Rico, is the rewards program just for brand ambassadors or for everyone? So we're handling those separately. We have the ambassador program, and then we're going to have a reward program. And the reward program is going to be pilot with a subset of users, but eventually we're going to want to release that to everyone. So you don't have to be an ambassador to eventually participate on the reward program. Again, we always like to pilot these kind of things just to make sure that we're not missing anything, because you will get rewarded, right? So we want to make sure that it's working properly, but it's separate from the ambassador program. So as soon as we're closer to releasing it, believe me, you'll hear from me here. You'll hear from the marketing team as well. We'll have some promotions and communications about it as well. Okay. All right. Yep. The reward program is going to be pretty cool. We've been working on that for some time, and then we had to pause it, but we're taking it back, and I think it's the perfect timing to do it. So it's coming. It's coming. All right. Well, I know that today we started later than usual. We had an amazing EYL conversation with Isaac. I thought it was great. But next Thursday, my plan is to be ready to go sharp at 5 p.m. Eastern time. But let's go through a quick summary or recap of what we discussed today. Number one is I mentioned that for those that are Android users, we had a few issues with the latest release. We had a crash that we solved, and then we had an issue with the first update for that thing, but everything is fixed. You should be good to go. Just go to the Play Store, make sure you update your app, and also remind you that anytime you delete Fanbase, please do not delete Fanbase ever unless you have an issue. But if you ever delete Fanbase and you reinstall it, you don't lose any data. It's all good. So, but just want to let you know that. So that's fixed, and we can look forward. I did mention that we are on Sprint 101, and we are working on multiple things. Next week, we're aiming at releasing a new partner site. We're really working hard to grow our partnership side of Fanbase. We're also going to be releasing improvements in the algorithm for better visualization and more relevant connections between users and their content. We are finalizing the first phase of Profile 2.0, which is the look and feel. But after that, we're going to have new tools. We're going to bring camps into the profile, and eventually as well, business profile. Okay. I did mention other things that we're working on the sprint, but are not coming in the release quite yet, such as bringing more insights into audio rooms. We have a pretty neat and cool feature for audio rooms coming in October. Be on the lookout for that one. I mentioned we're going to be launching soon a pilot reward program to reward your actions as well. going through the list, making sure I don't miss anything. And of course, we'll continue doing all the invisible work, such as doing some break fix, doing performance improvements. That's an ever-going thing that we do. And then you guys had some great questions and great comments. I know a lot of you had comments about the Android situation, but I'm glad that's solved. And then we talked a little bit about the future of, really the rest of the year. And I did mention that everything can change. We're raising $17 million. We're past $2 million, but if things change, a lot of that money is going to go towards product development, making the product even more scalable, which means we're going to be able to bring features quicker and better. But some of the upcoming roadmaps that are in the map for us continue working with profile improvements. We're going to be continue working on improving camps. So we bring camps outside of audio and beyond just audio functionality. We're also going to be continuing bringing features to fan-based audio as well. I mentioned October is the first phase, but then we're going to continue developing that roadmap. And we'll continue, of course, working on improving the algorithm with the intention of giving you full control on it so you can truly say if it's working or not for you, and then being able to shape it your way. Okay. So exciting rest of the year. It's going to be challenging nonetheless. If it's not challenging, it's not fun. But we're very confident that we're going to have a pretty good close of the year, and we're excited. And always, we encourage you to keep sharing the good and bad. If you have issues, shake your phone, email us at support@fanbase.app. We're always listening. And from our side, we'll continue improving, getting better at everything. So we appreciate everyone's feedback and input. Okay. With that said, next Thursday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be here. If you want to save your questions or your comments for next Thursday, that's fine. But if not, you can just share with tech support and they'll get to me. But I want to say thank you guys. And we'll be talking next Thursday again. All right. Take care. Bye bye.